I got a big one. I got another really, really big one. As you can tell, this thing is mammoth. But yeah, we got another little bit of a package here. So we're going to open it up for you guys and see what's in it. But probably a lot of you know what's already in here. So if you've been on my channel recently, probably have a good idea what's in here and what we got. So we're going to open it up. And what I'm going to have to do, is I'm going to have to slide this out of the way. Slide this over here, and then we'll have to pick out one thing at a time. Maybe. If I can get it. I'm actually... Wow, interesting. Okay, alright. Let's see what I can get here. Can I do this without getting stuff all over the place? Let's see. Whew, there's something. Got something out of it. I got something out of the box. Yeah, look at that. Fire in the Lake, Insurgency in Vietnam. Part of the coin series, 2nd edition. There we go. So, another one of our coin games. We get to try it out. See how good it is once we can get in. Hey, Jay, how you doing? I'm playing the unboxing simulator. Yes, sir. Alright, so we'll set that over there. Should make things a little easier to get out of the box now. Boom, 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 boom. The Hunted. Twilight of the U-Boats, 1943-1945 by GMT Games. Steeler Fan, how you doing, buddy? I think Steeler Fan actually has a copy of either The Hunters or The Hunted. I think he had messaged me at one point saying that he got that. So he might have this one, though. Hunters, German U-Boats at War, 1939-1943. Of course, by GMT Games. Again, Gregory M. Smith is his game designer. So, GMT. But you can see that this huge box, I mean, literally, it's like 1.5 feet by 3 feet. I don't know. It's huge. Obviously, didn't need quite that big box for these things. So there must be something else in there. Must be something else. Let's pull it aside and see. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Ugh. Whew. We found something else, and it's a biggie. Holy cow. Boom, 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 boom. And this is massive. You can see how big this is compared to the other. These are the other 3 games. And then there's this one. Holy cowabunga. So, you got both. Oh, you got both. Cool. Great purchase. So this is Victory and Glory Napoleon by Forbidden Games. And if we flip it over on the back side, it's got a nice little board here. There's cards, there's units. Giant map board. Oh, not happy to hear that it's a giant map board. 44 by 35. 143 event cards. 88 military tiles with historically accurate information uniforms from the period and 100 wooden influence cubes. Age 14 and up, players 1 to 2. Oh, you can actually play this solo. That's good. This is good. Look at this mammoth game. Holy cow. It is. It's got to be what? 4 or 5 inch box? If we put two of these together, 3, and this is probably a 2-inch box, so probably 5-inch box. Yeah, I think that's probably a 5-inch box. Mr. 262 is so large it contains real pieces of Europe. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh my god, that's good. Holy cow, this is huge though. Where am I gonna put this? But this is like one of my all-time favorite computer games. You can actually get this on Steam. Victory and Glory Napoleon. It's kind of doesn't look great on the computer. They don't have like the best graphics or anything, but the system's really good. So I thought, well, this would be a great board game. Well, guess what? There's the board game. So I'm sure the computer game came after the board game, but anyways, lots of stuff. Should we open it up? Should we take a look at it? Should we do a live unboxing of it? Let's see what's in the box. Shall we? Let's see what's inside the box. I'm gonna have to get out my cutter again here because. So, I knew I was buying Fire on the Lake, and I knew I was getting the Hunters and the Hunted because of Rough Swordsman and Tony's Board Life. And they want to take me on and do a solo game of that. And of course, our coin game. We're getting all the coin games, one way or the other. But then when I was looking for those games, I came across this one, and I'm like, oh, this is really good. And it was like on clearance or something, on sale. So it was like really good. I'm ashamed to say I don't own a single Napoleonic title. What is wrong with you, mister? What's wrong with you? This is a mammoth game. Holy crap. Like I said, 5-inch box, so it's going to be huge. Let's see what's in it. All right. So we got the rules by Glenn Drover. I'm assuming they're going to be pretty similar to what's the game on, the rules that were on the computer game. Not very big. I mean, it's only what? 9 pages of rules, and then an index of what you have. That's it. It's only 9 pages, so it's not too complex. Oh, look at this. So here is the Battle of Quarbra. Looks like this is going to be a full-size map. This is 1/20,000 scale, in case anybody was wondering. Here's probably your starting units, I'm assuming. Well, that's interesting. I do not remember that at all from the computer game, but we will see. The Battle of Waterloo. Maybe these are like scenarios that you can play. Really cool looking maps. Good detail on the maps. I like them a lot, actually. They really look nice. Almost like something you could frame, right? The text and everything is real nice. Let's see. Is Victory and Glory? It says 1 to 2 players. So I don't know anything other than that. There's a third one, which is the Battle of Ligny. Wow, these are really nice maps. These are something that you could frame and put on the wall. They're so nice. Right? And it's got all the information about the different units. These are really nice maps. Even the the border edge. Really nice maps. Wow. Nice. Nicely done. Let's see what else we got in here. We got some huge counters, which are also very nice. I don't know if I mentioned it, but that's very nice. We'll get to the rest of that here in a second, but so these are going to be punch in, punch out counters, which are really nice. So far, really impressed with this so far. I thought it was going to be like the computer game, but maybe it's not like the computer game. Maybe they just took the board game and changed it. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that. But that was super good, thick, quality components there. Easy punch in. Let's zoom in so you can take a look at these guys. There you go. Nice looking counter there. Oh, look at these ships. That's nice. Nice. See that? Here's Austria. They're not just like, even though this is like gray, it's got like stripes and stuff through it, which is really nice. This is like a dark blue with black stripes. And I like them. I like them a lot. God, this is really nice. This is a really good surprise because, like I said, when I went to get this, I was thinking, oh, it's a good price. I'll just pick it up. Maybe it's a good game. Maybe it's not. I have no idea, but I played the computer version. If you go back and look at my, if you just type in ID Jester Live, or if you just type in ID Jester plus Victory and Glory, you're going to see a whole bunch. I actually started doing some videos on the Victory and Glory's Civil War that's come out for Lock and Load Publishing. I don't know if that's also based on a game. Look at that. Sweet. Look at these counters. The victory point's got the nice flag on there. Huh. Nice. Nice. I like it. Yes, I like it. So these maps are absolutely gorgeous. Good Lord. Really like these maps. Now, really like these maps. The quality of the components is astounding. Beautiful components. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I am just going to try and slide these out of the way so we can see what else is in the box. Thick. I mean, you can probably hear, you know, these are not, I could try to bend them. They might bend, but I mean, you're going to be able to put these on the table. No problems. No problems. All right. Very nice. Wow. All right. We will get to the map. Oh, no. Okay. So we have Victor and Glory Napoleon. This is France. Okay, so it's a fold-out map. You're probably going to get 3 of them that you're going to have to put together. That's the left side. Here's probably the middle of it. Here's the edge of France, and then Germany, Italy, Austria. Again, really nice coloring. It's got that dark, it's hard to see on YouTube because I can see what I'm broadcasting and it looks really bright, but it's actually very dark. You guys would be surprised how dark it is. I don't know if I can show you, but it is very dark. So that is the center map. So this is going to take up some space, boys. sound like poker chips. And then here's going to be the right side of the map with Russia. Victory point scoring, probably where you put counters in there. Egypt has got a little box way down here in the corner. Again, it looks, I can see it on broadcasting, and it looks brown to you guys, kind of orangish brown. For me, live, it is like a dark orange and a brown. And this is more of like a pink color. And then you can see kind of the border edge is kind of like a greenish color. So you're not getting the true colors. This is really dark. It's hard to see, but it is really dark. Which is good because it makes it look like an ancient map that I've dug out of the ground. Okay, now we got all these 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, little thingies. Not sure what we do with that yet. There is, holy cow, whole bunch of cards. So depending on this is going to be different eras. So this is 1796 to 1801, then 1802 to 1807, and then 1808 to 1815. So depending on which scenario you're playing, you probably go through so many turns with these cards, and then go to so many turns with these cards, and then so many with these cards. But I don't know. We get components. Let's see what we have here. It looks like burnt sienna. Yeah. Or is it burnt Vienna? Oh, you're killing me. Alright, so we have, we got cannons here. Wooden cannons. I'm assuming that's a cannon. Looks like a turtle, but I think it might be a cannon. I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. It might be a cannon. And a bunch of different color cannons. Then we have meeples. These are infantry. Oh, I bet you they stand up too. Let's see. Does the infantry stand up? Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they do. Let's see if I can have it stand up for you guys here. Oh yeah. So that's going to look really impressive on that map. You're going to have all these 3D counters. Right? All these wooden tokens, I guess. They're not counters. Let's see what else we got. We got ships. Bunch of different ships. We got, so here's Napoleon. And then this is going to be another general for the red team. Bunch of blue and red cubes. And then we have cavalry. Oh yeah, cavalry, of course. A cannon, a turtle, or a snail. Could be either one of these, but I'm betting it's a cannon. Here's the cavalry. This stands up as well. That's the cavalry. You can see thick, really thick. These aren't just thin pieces, these are really thick. I don't need that. So you got green, blue, red, orange, purple, and blue, and gray. Interesting. Let's see, is there anything else inside here? Probably not, but there's a bag. Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing there. So insert probably just to keep all the pieces. I don't need that in there. I'll keep all the pieces away from the map board. And then you got the cards. And the rest of the pieces and the little stickers. It is a large map board, that is for sure, which is, it's a blessing and a curse, right? It's a blessing and a curse because it means you have to have a pretty good space here. But let's so let's see what it does here. Okay, the pieces. There are 4 types of pieces: infantry, cavalry, artillery, and navies. There are 2 types of influence markers, British and French. There's 2 types of cards, events and alliance cards. There's a campaign card, victory points, leadership and tactics ratings, economic ratings, military units, and then it shows you how to set them up, influence markers, and then deal 10 cards to each player from the 1796 to 1801 deck. Place the remaining unused blue cards aside to be used as a draw deck. Starting the game, the British player plays first. However, after the first round, the player with the most victory points will play first. In the event of a tie, the British player plays first. Nations. So there are 3 types of nations: player nations, major nations, and minor nations. Game consists of 9 rounds that are divided into 3 eras. Ending in error, card events, economy, leadership and tactics, advance, alliance cards, campaign cards, British allies, French allies, military unit locations, resolving a campaign, naval campaigns, scoring, solo play. Solo play. So this thing on solo. Some more, and then open top oh, you can have an open top miniatures battle. I'm just trying to figure out where those maps come. These maps. Where, why, how? I don't understand where these maps come into play. These beautiful, wonderful maps. Just trying to figure out how these maps come into play. Unless maybe they're for tabletop miniatures battle. Players who own Napoleonic miniatures may choose to use this game as a campaign or use their miniature armies to fight the battles on the tabletop. Doesn't say anything about using the maps. I'm just trying to figure it all out. Hey, Douglas, what's going on, man? Rules are only 9 pages. Art Wolf is here. Is this thing working? Yeah, cannot believe the beautiful maps. Holy crap, these maps are so nice. Look at that. Perfect size. Like I said, they're nice enough to like frame. If you had all 3 of these framed side by side by side, that would look really impressive. Now, how do I convince my wife that that would look super cool in the living room? And of course, we got the hunters and the hunted, the hunters and the hunted. And then, of course, we got fire in the lake. Man, so we got a lot of stuff to work on. Jesus Christ, I've got stuff falling over. Oh, hey, he's over at the OKC airport. I know Art Wolf was on a work trip this week, so wishing him well. Hope all is well. Hope his flight is good. So hopefully we can get back home safely and soundly. These components are really, really nice. I mean, I don't know how well the game plays. I'm assuming, let's open one of the cards. So these are like event things you can play. For example, French player gains +1 economy and influence in Spain. +1 influence. Gain Spain as an ally, either French or Britain, and gain 2 influence in Spain. Must have majority influence in Spain. Napoleon takes command. French player gains +3 leadership. So a whole bunch of different cards that are going to influence. So it looks to me like you're going to be moving your units around, trying to influence the different territories to your faction. This map, big. These little maps are so sweet though. Geez. All right, economic, military, political, and leadership. So there's 4 important aspects to this. Place influence markers. All right, so starting the game, the British player plays first, right? We talked about that. There are 3 nations, player nations, major nations, and minor nations. So France and Britain are the 2 major protagonists of the Napoleonic Wars and controlled by the players throughout the entire game. Major nations are Spain, Austria, Prussia, and Russia. These 4 nations may either be neutral or aid to Britain. Spain may go either way. If they're neutral, their active army is placed in their holding area. When they're at war, their military units are placed in front of the allied player and available for use. Minor nations are Germany, Italy, Poland, Scandinavia, and Egypt. The first 3 listed, which are Germany, Italy, and Poland, military units that can be recruited depending on a card. And then Scandinavia and Egypt can only be used if they have the majority of the influence in that region. All right, the game on the board. The game consists of 9 rounds that are divided into 3 eras. Defending the revolution, creating the empire, defending the empire. At the beginning of each round, both players are dealt 10 cards. Take turns playing 1 card from their hand and either performing the event on the body of the card or text at the bottom of the card. After the action is performed, the card is removed from play and will not be available again. Campaign cards are unique in that after one is played, it is handed to the other player who places it in front of him and then can subsequently play it. They are only removed from play once the campaign is resolved at the end of the era. It's stated below, the player with the most victory points plays their cards first. The round ends when each player has played 6 cards. This includes campaign cards, which may not be in the player's hand when the round ends. Any remaining cards in the player's hand are placed in the discard pile. If the draw deck runs out, shuffle the cards and draw a new deck. At the beginning of each new era, the next deck of cards is brought into the game, and the cards from the previous era are removed. After 9 rounds or 3 eras, the game ends. End of an era, blah, blah, blah. The cards. Recruiting military units. Military units represents the armies and navies, blah, blah, blah. Allows the named player to add military units to a nation's army. This is done by selecting a nation, placing all of that nation's unused military units face down and drawing, and the case of a card. I guess the only thing to really do is set it up, go through the setup instructions, and just try it out, I guess. I think you may be right, these look like a bonus item. Maybe those maps are just thematic and have no gameplay value. I'm not sure, yeah. So you have the different cards. Okay, so they play the cards, but when do you like move their units around and engage? I'm wondering if maybe you don't actually move your units around. Maybe you just use the cards. Well, let's see what let me look at these cards again and see what they say. So this one's going to gain economy and influence in Spain. This one is going to gain, Spain is an ally for either side. The French player is going to gain 3 leadership. You're going to gain 3 influence with Italy. The French player is going to gain 2 influence in Italy. French player gains 2 influence in Egypt. Battle of the Pyramids, campaign in Egypt. Okay, so you're, okay. So this is a naval campaign card. So these cards are going to look at areas, and whoever has... okay, so you're going to have a battle in this area. Only naval units. And then if you win, you get +2 economy. If you lose, -1 economy. The battle here in the pyramids is campaign. So this would be a fight for units in that area. Influence in France and economy. French player gains 1 influence in economy and 2 influence. Battle of Marengo. Campaign in Italy. So you would play this card to have the battle. And then the Battle of Vienna. And those probably are the units that are already set up on the board. So it's all set up. I don't know. We'll have to look at it. It really looks nice, I'll tell you. I'll have to get on Board Game Geek and see if there's any updated files, read through the frequently asked questions, stuff like that. But for the price, I was like, wow, this seems like a really good game for the price. I'm going to pick it up. Like I said, it was on clearance, so I was like, So, huge, big, thick, massive game. 5-inch box, huge, massive map, tons and tons of counters. Here's what the map looks like, if you're wondering. It's like a burnt Vienna. And okay, so you can see here's cubes set up on the board. French cubes and then British cubes set up on the board. There's one over here in Egypt. There's different cards in play here. And then you've got each country has their own little section to keep their units down here. I don't know if you bring them to the map or you just keep them off the map. I'm not sure. Oh, let's see. Victory and Glory Napoleon allows the player to relive the entire Napoleonic War in one game session. One player will take the role of France in her attempt to unite the colony of Europe in the most powerful military led by one of history's most restless minds, a genius who would reform Europe's tired political, economic, and social structure while fighting a series of wars against those who would resist this change. The other player will take the role of Great Britain as she struggled to oppose French domination of the continent by cobbling together a series of alliances with other great powers. Great Britain will use her thriving economy and domination of the sea to blockade France while subduing the war efforts against France. Both players will have to make difficult decisions on what to focus on. Economy, the engine that drives their military and keeps their people happy. Military, the military forces on land and sea that can defeat the enemy and allow that nation to dominate Europe. Political influence, the diplomatic power, use of power and money to build a network of friends and allies. Leadership and tactics, military innovations, and individual generalship that influence the outcome of battles. These decisions are made simply by selecting which cards are played from the player's hand and which end up being discarded. This simple mechanic allows the players to easily create a coherent strategy within the contents of the actual events of the era depicted on the cards. In the early years, the French will seem to run rampant, but eventually the tide will turn against them and they will find themselves in a vicious fight to maintain the empire they had built. It includes a 44 by 35 game board with artwork by Paul Niemeyer, who did a great job. 143 event cards, most with artwork by the world-renowned Napoleonic artist Keith Rocco. 88 military tiles with historically accurate uniforms for the period, and 100 wooden influence cubes. There you go. Rough Swordsman. Table won't be big enough. No, it's going to be it's the map, 3 sections. It's cut in 3, a third, and a third. It's so big. But yeah, it looks really 5-inch box. Tons and tons of stuff in it. The actual, wow. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm going to show Rough this because game on! Game on, Rough Swordsman. Let's get it on. You and Tony wanted to take me on. I've got it now, so no excuses from you guys. But anyways, look at these maps. Look at these maps. Look at these maps. Jeez. Super nice maps. Like I was telling everyone earlier, you could frame these. They're so nice. Really nice looking maps. There's like 3 of them in here. I don't know what they do, but we'll look at it. We'll figure it all out. But and then of course, fire in the lake. Fire. You can literally stand on one of those map provinces. Yeah, lovely maps. Alright guys, so that is that. I'll be doing some live unboxings. We'll get these clipped and punched and do all that stuff. And then of course, when Tony and Rough decide, they put the challenge out. They wanted to do solo hunters and see who can get the best result without dying. Well, challenge accepted, boys. Get your copies out. I don't want to hear any excuses from you guys about how you can't find your copy and blah, 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 blah. Let's get it on, boys. Get it on. Fire in the lake. Ooh, yeah. Can't wait to try that one. Cannot wait, but we're currently in our A Distant Plane playthrough that we just restarted the other day, so hopefully we'll get that. Alright, here we go. Thanks guys, thanks. Hope Art Wolf Lair makes it home okay. Everything, his flight is good for him. Rough Swordsman Wargamer, be sure to check out his wonderful channel, Mr. 262. And Jay, thanks for coming by, guys. I appreciate it. Everyone that came by. That's it. Lots of goodies. Just have to get them all out, get them unboxed, and get to getting to go. And then, of course, just have to get these ready to take out Tony and Rough and teach them a lesson. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.